I'm recording it because all lesson 5, so you can see all of the ones that did so far. I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible. It'll be G, 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 E, F, B, then G, then D, then E, then E, then F, then G. Completely on the back part of lesson 5. Next two lines are a little more difficult because those in the spaces mixed. It's not that difficult for me, but so it might be. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw the borderlines first. That will make it tons easier when I get it to draw. Trying to get it to draw a line. Okay. Alright. Now I'm just going to draw the borderline. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Boop, boop, boop. And over here. So, and I'm just going to write the notes. A, E, C, E. Then I'm going to go to the second line measure and the D, B, C, F for 1. Then F, A, C, G, being on this. And that's the measures on this one. Then I'm going to put A and G, D and E. And I'm going to put G, F, A, C, F, D. Right. And that is that part. This time I'll provide you the note and you draw it. Don't forget to... Okay, so, alright. So I'm just going to draw it for this one. So the G, then the A, then the C, whatever, because technically you can draw the ledger, but I'm choosing not to. Then me. Then the F. Then the F is the line. Then the D. Then the G. E in the space. Boop. Line. And there. And and also for B, there's also, you can go below the staff and create a ledger, which you probably didn't know this, but this is how you do it. Alright, so I know what quarter notes is. I'm just going to go in, draw this. I know how to count this. Very basic. If we go with the quarter notes. But these guys, you can still count them, and think of them, but you don't play. And you don't play on the rest. And these guys are generally worth 1 beat. Just to let you know, just as much as a quarter, these guys are worth a beat. And that's how this one is. So now I'm gonna go and write the measures in. So boop, boop, all these, and this one. And regardless of the simple meters, the corner is always in corner rest. You either play or you're gonna rest for a beat. Corner you play, the rest you don't. So this I'm writing 1 and 2 because the fastest you're in 2/4. That's what I'm doing. And this one's in 3/4. You have to still go by the time signature. Because like I said, the time signature is this is how many beats. This number tells you the type of note you're gonna get, which is the quarters. That's why I am doing it like I'm doing it. Alright, so I wrote a few things at 7 that you probably should be familiar with. Whole notes and whole rest. Whole note you play for 4 counts, and a whole rest you rest for 4 counts. And I did some math to actually show you what that's really like. Okay, so then the fact is this is going to be 5. And I'm trying to make it as quick as I can, because the thing wants to do that to me. Okay, so keyboard. You also use a keyboard in theory too, okay? Okay, shame on the 7th graders for not really knowing this. I want to throw 7th graders in marching band right now. They should know in theory. So I'm not going to accuse teachers right now. And I really think this 7th grade should have known, percussion students in general should know this kind of theory. I've had seen this when I volunteered, that no one knew the alphabet middle C. That's like the education that kind of should have been there to start with. Sorry for my frustration, guys, but this is true. The white keys are natural. The black keys, okay, white is natural, black is accidental. I'm just going to go through a few of these, because you're going to have to deal with a groups of 2 and a groups of 3. And I'm going to mark this as that is C. And also F to the left of the group of 3, and that is the F. A, you're going to go to this part, so the group is in a group against 3. It goes the third, this one. C to the left of the group of 2, because you got to do groups of 2 and groups of 3. Groups of 3 on this one, and this one is that one. Groups of 3 and a 2. Very simple. Whole steps and half steps. Okay, so a half step is the distance between any key to the very next key, black or white. Alright, so I'm just going to go and do this quickly. This one. So this is an acid note, F sharp and A flat, A sharp, F sharp, boop boop. And okay, and E sharp's going F. Oh, and I forgot this one. That's what it goes. So let's do lesson 9. Lesson 9 is going to be, alright, so, ledger lines. And 7th grade should know what ledger lines is too. Shame on the darn teachers not teaching this kind of bullcrap. Sorry I'm getting accusatory, but I kind of had a tougher education when I was in 7th grade than a lot of 7th graders today that they don't have this. And I really wish they had some way to teach theory to the 7th graders better than marching band. Theory is more important. They should learn this stuff up here before marching band. Sorry for the frustration when so many students are so behind on this stuff that they should have learned it. So, if you want to know this, please pay attention, because I'm not repeating it again. So, ledger lines are used to extend the range of the staff. Okay, so, and also it can go below the staff, too. So, when those go up, they can do this. When those go down, they also can use the ledger. So, so this is how you do it. F, G, A, B, C. Because the C has an extra little ledger line that goes in the way. Then the B, A, and G. That is the number 1. Now number 2, and I'm going to the downside. So we D, D, C, B, A, and G, A, and B. For that little part. Because when I was doing marimba, we had to know the ledger lines. That was a main ordeal, because sometimes composers can really write notes about the darn staff. You have to know how to read those some of the guns. Because especially it could go as high as a C6, I think, on the marimba, that if it's at the range. You have to know how to read it. So C, E, G, B. That's a D. That's a I. F and a G. Then F, D, D, G, E, C, A, and that looks like a low F. Alright, so now I'm going to really get on deep with the 7th graders on this one too. They should have been taught intervals, because no offense, melodic instruments in general, you got to do with the intervals too, because it's not just all about learning notes. You should learn what intervals means and other things, you know. So A to B is a second. I'm going to go through this. For the next one, D to G. D to G is a 4. For the love of God. F to C. F to C is a 5th. Alright, number 4, B to A. 2nd. the next one, B to D. Third. F to E. F to E is a 7. If you don't know, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, that's 7. Count it from the starting note and go to the ending note. That's the clue for this one. A, B, C, D, that's a 4. That's how you do it. And okay, so you have, okay, to figure out this part, I'm going to show you. You take your bottom and your other note, you write it on top. Write it first. C to D. C to D is the second. And then you're going to go do the same. So you're going to do C to F. That's a 4. If you're unsure, count how much you're at. C to B. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That is a 7 on top. Because C to C is an perfect octave. That's what we do. C, F again. You're at a 4. And you can do this with any key, so there's no excuse. C to C. You didn't move anything. 0. So G to a D is a 5th. G to A, second. G and an E, a 6. The next one, G and Z, 4. G and G. This is why I say this is an octave. Octave. Or 8 is another word. Or A, V, E. A, V, E is an octave. So we're going 8, the number 8, the V, E, that's an octave. Fun today. Fun is the last thing we do on this one. This is a review. Part 1 review. Part 2 is going to be tomorrow. So let's do the crossword. Lots of use to extend. So we're going to do the cross first. To extend the range of the staff. So I'm going to call this ledger. L-E-D-G-E-R. Ledger. 3. So, okay. B. And it was like A. D. Because it might be. Probably sound like guess the note names. Number 5 across would be whole. Wait. Whole rest. W-H-O-L-E. Okay. For number 8. A and D. It must tell me to put note names, so that's what we're going to do. Number 9. I'm trying to find 9. So I'm going to guess it slowly. So it'll be B, E, E, okay. B, E, E, F. Wait. Okay. The stem in the middle note, little line goes to the. And what letters is this? Goes up. Okay, because if you do middle line, it goes up. Another receives 2 beats in quarter time, number 12. Ooh. Half. Alright, 13. 13 is E, B, C. 14 is E, G, G, E, H. So I wrote these things on here. So the stem going above the middle line goes down. And then for the second one is B and E. The third one, the fourth one down is I did measure. 6 I did 1 beat. 7 is staff, and 9 I wrote batch. BADGE, batch. See you tomorrow.